Hey everybody, welcome back to my coverage of the PogChamps 3 tournament. This is the second game of the Consolation finals matches. Neeko versus Michelle Khare, and Michelle needs to win this in order to keep her PogChamps 3 dreams alive. Neeko is leading 1-0. She is the rating favorite, but honestly, I could have seen this match going either way. But now that she leads 1-0, I think Neeko is definitely the favorite to win this match at this point. But who knows? Anything can still happen, so let's just see how the players played. If you missed game one, check it in the info card up there, and let's get right into the game. Michelle has the white pieces. We've seen her go for the London system as white. Will she go for it again? That's what we're expecting. We have d4, knight f6, and bishop f4. Michelle does go for that London system. g6 from Neeko, going for an probably a King's Indian defense type setup. We have e3 and d6 now, bishop d3 and bishop g7, knight to f3, castles and castles. Both players getting developed, castling their king very nicely. Very nice opening here from both players. We have b6 from Neeko, preparing to fianchetto her light squared bishop, and c4 from Michelle, just controlling the center. Very nice move from her. And here Neeko plays d5, and better would have simply been a developing move, bishop b7 or knight bd7, but d5 is a move. We have queen c2 from Michelle. Once again, I think knight c3, developing your knight first, would have been better, and then you can decide, where you want this queen, on c2, on b3, or on e2. But we have queen c2 instead, which is fine as well. We have c5 now from Neeko and knight bd2 from Michelle, finishing development. And now Neeko has to finish development. She plays knight c6. And we have c takes d5, knight takes d5, and bishop to e4. Here with this knight d5 move, this I don't think this c takes d4, or excuse me, I don't think this c takes d5 move was the best from Michelle, because now after knight takes d5, you're basically forced losing the bishop pair. So if you try bishop g3, now there's knight db4 forking the queen and the bishop, and you will lose the bishop pair. And you're even losing a pawn in this line after queen b3, knight takes d3, queen takes b3, c takes d4, e takes d4, and knight takes d4. Black will have the bishop pair and be up a pawn here. So very pleasant position for black, maybe even winning. This is just a very nice position to play as black. So yeah, I don't think this c takes d5 move was the best by Michelle, but we have it anyway. We have bishop e4 now from Michelle, and bishop b7 from Neeko. Queen c4, and here you could have played knight to a5, but instead Neeko plays knight takes f4, which is fine as well, just picking up that bishop pair. We have bishop takes c6 and bishop takes c6, e takes f4, and now we have the two knights versus the two bishops. Usually the two bishops, or the bishop pair in general, outperforms any other combination of minor pieces in open games. So this is definitely a very open game, and it will be open likely for the rest of the game. So Neeko definitely has the advantage here, and white also has this isolated pawn weakness and this doubled pawn weakness. So black definitely doing a little better here, but probably not enough for a win at this level. Maybe it would be enough for a win at like a very high level of chess, but I don't think so at this level. So we'll see how the game continues. We have rook to c8 from Neeko and rook a to c1 from Michelle. Bishop takes d4 now, and now you're giving white a chance to pick up this bishop pair, which Michelle does with knight takes c4. Very good decision by her, I think. We have c takes d4, and now rook f to e1. Michelle gets her other rook on this half-open file. Rook to e8 from Neeko, over defending this e-pawn, and now b4 from Michelle. And here we have b5 from Neeko. And here you simply play queen d3, and the game continues. But instead of this, Michelle, I don't know if this was a blind spot or what, but she plays a4, and we have a Botez gambit in the finals match. Who would have expected this? No one could have expected this. But yeah, Michelle does hang her queen. B takes c4. Neeko does see this, and now Neeko is up a queen. So it's looking really dire for Michelle. She's got to win this game in order to stay in the match. So it's going to be hard to do that down a queen, but we'll see. We'll see if she can do it. We have rook takes c4 from Michelle and a5 from Neeko. Neeko still only used a tiny bit of time, still got 8:30 on her clock. Incredible fast play from Neeko. I can't imagine how strong she would be if she, slowed down to think about her moves. Too, she, I wouldn't be surprised if Neeko had played a little slower in the group stage, she could have made it to the championship bracket. I think Neeko is strong enough to make it to the semifinals in the championship bracket if she takes some time and slows down a little bit and thinks about her moves, decreasing the frequency of her blunders. But who knows? We'll never know. Maybe she'll compete in PogChamps in the future. But for now, this is all we have about Neeko. We have B takes A5 now, and queen takes A5. Neeko, let's see how she converts this. We have rook takes D4 now, as black was threatening white's knight. Black was also threatening this queen D5 move if the knight moved. So like if the knight moved to B1, then there's queen D5 forking the rook and the G2 square. But we have rook takes D4 from Michelle, and now rook C to D8 from Neeko, forcing that rook trade. Otherwise, Michelle will lose the knight. So Michelle, she doesn't want to trade. She plays rook C4, but now this loses the knight. Queen takes D2. And now you can't even pick up this bishop because your own rook hangs. And actually, you would hang mate here. So we see rook C to C1 from Michelle, and bishop takes A4 from Neeko. G3, and now the fastest win here, as Neeko is, you're just up so much material. You can play queen takes C1, and after rook takes C1, rook D1, forcing the rook trade, and now you're up a rook, a bishop, and a pawn. So very easy, very winning endgame here. This would be the cleanest win, in my opinion. But instead, we see bishop C6. So maybe Neeko is going for, some queen D5, queen H1 type of idea. We have H4 from Michelle, and now F6 from Neeko. Once again, Neeko had this queen takes C1 idea, but we have F6 instead. Rook C to D1 now from Michelle, and now this is just inviting this queen takes D1 move. Even because you get this queen for 2 rooks trade, which is good even if you're not up material. So yeah, usually a queen for 2 rooks is good for the side that's trading their queen. Not always, but usually. So Neeko does go for this. We have queen takes D1, rook takes D1, rook takes D1 check, and this is actually leading to mate now. White only has 1 move, and now rook to H1 is checkmate. Will Neeko see it? No, she doesn't. She plays E5 instead, so we could have ended the match right there, but I think the match is basically already over. I can't see any possible way of Michelle winning this, so let's just see how Neeko finishes her off. F takes E5, F takes E5, and king to H3, bishop D7 check, and G4, rook to F1, king G3, E4. Now Neeko wants to make a new queen, and Michelle makes it easy on her by playing F4, and now simply E3, and a new queen will be made. E3 from Neeko and F5 from Michelle. G takes F5, G takes F5, and E2. Neeko making a new queen. King G4, and the new queen is brought on the board. E1 equals queen. King to H5, and rook takes F5 check. King to H6, and here queen takes H4 was an immediate checkmate in 1, but instead we see queen to D1 first. White has 1 legal move, which is H5, and now Neeko plays rook takes H5, which is checkmate. So Neeko takes the match 2-0. She won the consolation bracket in PogChamps, so congratulations to her on that. And I think her prize money is, I think all the competitors' prize money is getting donated to charities, various different charities. So, but yeah, congrats to Neeko for winning the consolation bracket, and Michelle, good try, but yeah, both these players played really great chess. Michelle with that upset versus Pokimane in the semifinals match, and Neeko with the win here. I don't know if anyone was expecting Neeko to win the consolation bracket. So yeah, congrats to both players. Valiant effort from Michelle and great chess from Neeko. I don't think I have anything else to say, so I will be back covering the championship finals match, Sardoche versus Rain Wilson. I'll upload those videos in a couple hours, but for now, I don't think I have anything else to say about this game or this match. So thank you for watching. Stay awesome. Stay subscribed. Check out my PogChamps 3 playlists up there, and I'll see you next time.